I was on Twitter and just breezing through whatever, and seeing some people having a conversation about this piece. I didn't think it was that serious, but apparently, like, this is a real serious topic out there when it comes to how do you operate outside of the relationship when you guys are not together, but there's a kid involved. So we're gonna see where this goes. So in this situation, a guy had a kid with someone that has multiple kids, of course, but for whatever reason, he comes and only brings food for his child and not the other kids. So let's check out the video and we just gonna break it down. I'm just gonna give you my synopsis and go from there. But we're gonna see what's to it.
Y'all, every day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have three other kids. We have one kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go, and I bet you.
Okay, so she sounds very distraught to start off, to say the least. I'm not gonna go into my full situation with that, but I can relate. You know what I'm saying? Something like this happening, transpiring. So I kind of can see where she coming at with her feeling a type of way. She has other kids. You come up and you got McDonald's. It's McDonald's. Everybody got McDonald's. Daddy got McDonald's. And you know what I'm saying? Your son is in there hype geek because his father is showing up and, giving him McDonald's. And he's happy and all the other kids is like, word, we don't get no french fries, we don't get no toy, where my drink at? So, you know what I'm saying? I see where she going.
He only got one thing in there.
He pulled up with the Monte Carlo. Boy, with the moon roof. Two-door.
So people can see how he really is.
See, that's strike number 2 right there. That's violation number 2 there. I'm about to put it on social media to expose him so other people can see how he really is. That's crazy within itself because, one, you had the child bound. You decided to go to this level to have the kid with him. So, a lot of people want to come, well, he didn't act like this or she didn't act like that when I first met her. Cool. Understandable. But when you realize and you found out about who that person was, it was in your right to take action in the sense of what you needed to do to protect yourself, not go on social media and make a buffoonery, if that's a word, of yourself and him because you're exposing it to the world on your selection of men, if that make any sense. So let's continue, man. I'm not trying to bash her, even with him selecting her. You know what I'm saying? She's willing to go over extreme and record him when on something that should have just been a personal conversation between parent to parent. You know what I'm saying? So let's go.
It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody.
Which is, hold on, let's see.
What's
maybe he surprised me.
Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that?
That don't look enough. That don't look enough. That's something for your ass.
One burger, one fry.
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, yeah. What about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings.
See, right there, you already messed up in my book, period, in this situation. And I'm trying to not be biased in this because I've been in both situations, you know what I'm saying? Where I had my kids, you know what I'm saying, still have my kids as a single father. And when the mother came to, come to the house and all that stuff, I have to do certain things to alleviate certain questions with the kids. Whereas, if she comes into picking up, I have multiple baby mothers. So in certain situations, you know, my kid might feel a certain type of way because she's coming for a birthday party and they about to go to, you know, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese or something, whatever little amusement park situation. And my other kids is like, dang, we want to go too. We want to do something. So what I would do is alternative activities. I would, okay, they going there, we gonna go somewhere else too. Or depending on the situation, if it's cool, we will, you know, say, hey, can we tag along? I pay for my kids, you'll pay for them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta be no like secret type of situation. We just do what we do, but I don't want them to feel away. And you know, they be like, cool, great, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, same way. I've been in the same situation as well. First of all, you came to this man with straight hostility through the gate because you yelled at him about what's going on, which leads me to understand that's just my, you know what I'm saying, me, you know, scanning the situation right now, you know, me checking out the situation. You never had this conversation with him. That's violation number 3 off the rip, because he comes there, you know, bewildered, like previous to the situation. He doesn't know this is even an issue in a sense. And maybe he feeling like he's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I can speak like a man because I am a man. He thinking like he's doing the right thing. Hey, my son is being taken care of. His needs are being met. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a father to my child, which shares my DNA. Whereas she has a point. How did that look, or what type of look are you giving? What type of message are you giving by coming here with McDonald's and I have other kids and you're not even, you act as if you're not aware of what you're doing, which he, in some cases, he may not think or not even thinking about what he's doing. He's just thinking that he's providing for his child. And looking at how this conversation is going, y'all never had this conversation before. So in one alternate situation, you could have been like, hey, on a phone call with him, you know what I'm saying, before all this transpired, because she knows his routine. Hey, you know what I'm saying, this is a little bit of an issue with me. It comes off a way. You come with McDonald's for one child. You know I have other children. I understand that these kids are not yours, but it still comes off a way. If you can communicate that to that individual in a more pleasant manner or a more reasonable manner, you ain't got to kiss his butt with it, but at least be able to communicate and have a conversation with him about it. It wouldn't come off as you being hostile, because right now you recording him, you talking about you recording when he coming up, so he probably already looking like what's going on, and then you hit him with a, I'm about to expose you, like, huh? Like, what you talking about? What you expose me for doing? What, being a good dad, like providing for my kid? Which again tells me, hey, why you know his routine. Why didn't you call him up and say, hey, the other siblings are hungry too. Can you get them some food as well? I give you the money back. I cash app you the bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work or whatever the case may be, or I'm at home. I ain't got no way to get to where I need to go. You already there. I will cash app you the money so the kids can get something to eat too. Or offer to give the money for the other kids so they don't look away. Because at the end of the day, he is right when he says, this is not my responsibility. My responsibility is the child that I had by you. He's not obligated. That's you on some pretty girl privilege. Like, oh, I had a kid with you, so I'm privileged, or I have a privilege to the point where you supposed to take care of all my kids. And it's like, nah, shorty, you wildin'. I don't have to do that. I can be generous and do it if I want to, but when you coming with me with hostility and talking about you about to expose me, no, I'm gonna meet you with the same energy. Especially looking at how their relationship seems. It don't seem like it's on good terms. Like they have good communication skills.
Them my kids.
That's
Them
what
your
you
kids.
mad
Them
about, shorty?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7th.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out, though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping yourself?
See, that's where the confusion comes in. That you expecting him to go above and beyond when he's not obligated to do so. Now, the generous of his heart, like the kindness of his heart, maybe he was probably thinking, hey, I got a few couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Inflation is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Gas like $6 out here. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's is going up. I think it's like $5 or $6 a Happy Meal. Hey, well, he didn't even pull up with a Happy Meal. This nigga got an adult-sized meal. I don't know what type of kid he got. But maybe they ain't had no boxes. And I don't see no toy or nothing. But, you know, if it was a Happy Meal, it's like $5, $6 a meal. You know what I'm saying? For the Happy Meals. Them I think she said she had 3 other kids. So a total of 4. That's an extra, what, 15? You know what I'm saying? $18. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying? It's like, again, like I'm saying, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. That's another situation. You don't know his financial situations. I don't know his financial situation. It's a lot of variables here because the funniest thing about when you post something on the internet, it's up to everyone to bring out their own narrative of what's going on, what's transpiring. Right now, I'm just saying y'all got piss poor communication. You're forcing the obligation on someone that's not his obligation at all. And he, in his eyes, is fulfilling what he's supposed to do as a man for his son, which shares his DNA. Regardless of how the relationship turned out and, you know, whatever the, you know, case may be, he's still there for his son, which in most cases, a lot of women, you know, come around and tout around and say that most men don't do that, not even this much. You know what I'm saying? So let alone him being there and actually providing. It's the daddy of the week to me. He need a daddy achievement award for the McDonald's. You feel me?
Getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings. Them are his siblings.
He said you had them kids.
He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
And then that's the problem right there. See, her issue isn't the food. Her issue is you was helping out, but you half-ass helped out in her eyes. That's how she views it. And it's very one-sided. Because, again, you could have, you know that he does this. This is the reason why you even started recording this whole, situation. And you said it out your own mouth. He repeats and does this all the time. So, the best way to alleviate this would have been I know you're going to give my son something to eat. Do you have any spare money that you can get the other kids some? Because they're going to want McDonald's too. As she reiterated, I don't have my link yet, so I need help. And it's up to him to say yes or no. He's not obligated to do this. Now, it would have been generous for him to do it, yes, but he's not obligated. Or you could have came to him and said, hey, I know you finna go grab some McDonald's, because your son is hungry. I got some money. Can I cash app you, you know what I'm saying, $10, $15, and can you get McDonald's for the other kids as well? Alleviated the issue. Y'all could have had this conversation beforehand. He could have came downstairs and ate. Like he said, hey, come downstairs to the car. He can eat. It still wasn't a help because, of course, the kid's going to be like, why he gone and my dad. Like, it's a very heavy situation when you have kids with different people. And that's for men and women. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and us, we used to go through it left and right. Like, man, we used to fight over that mess because someone's father show up more on the weekend and the other ones didn't show up. So now we sitting at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, we wanted to go kick it with our father. And now he didn't went with his father, come back, talk about all the good times he didn't have, probably got a new pair of shoes, some clothes, and went to the parks and all this stuff. And we was at home chilling, playing video games, mad at the world because now you got a big smile on your face. Granted, you know what I'm saying, you should because you spending time with your pops and stuff, but we don't have that. We didn't get that same experience around the same time. So it's a tricky situation when, especially when you pick a mate and you have a kid with them. These are things that we don't take in consideration until the situation is presented to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, but it's a way to fix it and alleviate it. But you recording it is not finna fix it. You sitting here yelling and cussing him out is not gonna fix it. You sitting here telling him he's I'm gonna expose you because everyone thinks you're a good dad, and he's looking like, hello, I am. Yes, I am. If you hear some of these terrible stories that we witness time and time again on social media where, either parent has done something dangerous to the kid or put the kids in a crazy situation, you should be happy that I'm coming here and providing for my child. Now, the other antics and situations and variables that's there, we can discuss that. We can have a conversation on that. But you can't meet a person with hostility and expect them to be cordial with you. You get what I'm saying? Just terrible all around the world. Stop recording yourself, people. Y'all just make it easier for content for people like me.
You telling me that I gotta bring, so when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb.
You sound dumb.
Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
That is
okay,
a fact.
but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
you
3.
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the I did.
Yes, you did.
They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who had kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me first one?
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
I am a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one fucking piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all.
You see what he said? Like, yeah, she said you sound dumb because you can't feed the other ones. And it's like, fam, that's not my responsibility. And you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing both parties right now, in a sense. And you don't even know it that you're embarrassing both of yourselves. You're embarrassing yourself because this is the person that you picked. And for the person that you picked, you expected them to be able to go above and beyond, even when with you're not being together. And that's not the case. He is being, looking a type of ways because I have to self-explain this to you. 1, 2, you willing to go above and beyond with the extremes of recording me and putting me on social media to make me look away when actually it's the reverse. In certain people's eyes, it's the reverse. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that he's wrong. Some people say that he's right. But at the end of the day, as y'all per se, as y'all like to use as a tool, when it comes to the legal ramifications of this situation, if I go to court and they asking me, what do I provide for my child? And I come to them, I tell them I provide shelter, I provide clothing, and I provide food for my kids. They don't ask me about your kids when we go to, when you want to put the government in your business like that. Like when you go out and you get a third party person that does not have any ties between the two of you guys in this situation, even with a therapist, they're going to tell you, they're going to break down and they're going to discuss certain situations and certain scenarios. But the main focus is, do he take care of the child that he has his name on the birth certificate with? Do she take care of the child that they share the same DNA with? They don't care about all your other kids. They don't care about that situation. They're going to pretty much say the same thing he may have said, because I've been in both of these situations before. and they're gonna ask, where's the other parent at? You don't have an answer for them, or you do have an answer. That's the person that you need to be calling, not the person that you don't have the child with. You didn't have the child with. And this is how that's structured. They don't come to you and say, oh, you're going to pay child support for you. This one child that's yours, and then you got to pay a percentage because she got other kids or he has other kids. That's not how it works. And again, him being cordial and doing it is cool, but he's not obligated. You're speaking in the mindset of he's obligated to do it because he knows I have other kids, and that's not the case at all. I got to get through the rest of this video though. Hold on. Hey, I got to hit the play button.
Can't take that. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you
He can't eat it.
I can, like, you know, maybe you got it's 3 extra kids. What the? You all like going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna.
Those are your kids' siblings.
That's what you gonna roll with.
Yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
See, that's another shit. We share the same kids as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like I feel the way about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the
Send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here.
He's
Give
like,
it here.
grow up, bro. Oh,
Done.
damn.
Because you ain't bring enough for all the.
Fam. She just dropped the high C orange, fam. Fam came with the high C orange, G, and she just threw my fam. See, now, when you go to this extreme, now, as of course, I'm on my Bernie Mac at this point, man. Fuck them damn kids. You feel me? Fuck them kids. Now, you know what I'm saying?
You stupid. Selfish as a. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid. Thought I was finna take that shit today.
Yeah, so that's it for it. Again, bro, both have their point. I would say one so have a bigger point than the other. The moral of the story is, be careful who you lay with, you elope with. These is the things where they say, you know, you got to figure out everything about an individual because, again, me looking at the video, I don't think they had very poor communication skills with each other. This is something that could have been ironed out before he even presented the food. 2, you shouldn't be recording your personal information like that. Like, what was the point? You talking about exposing someone and you only making yourself look bad because this is the person you decided to lay up with as well as the other ones, because now you're fussing at the one that's actually actively doing something and the other ones aren't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their situation, you know what I'm saying, what they're doing in life or whatever the case may be, but did you reach out to them and be like, hey, your kids need X, Y, and Z? Or can you give me money so I can go get X, Y, and Z for them? You know what I'm saying? Did you make those rounds? Because at this time, you have multiple, you know, baby fathers, you know what I'm saying, in this situation. You didn't have a conversation with him. Clearly, you didn't have a conversation prior about this and his manners on how he does things, and let it be known, like, hey, you know, maybe he was privy to it and he's not fully thinking about it like that. He just saying, I'm a good parent because I'm providing for my child. And you be like, hey, you know, it does look a way when you do this. Is it a way that we can change it around so this doesn't happen no more? You know what I'm saying? I don't want the other kids to feel a type of way because you are a good dad and you are providing for your child. So can we alleviate and do an alternative? You know, hey, he goes with you You know what I'm saying? For the time being, whatever. If you got it, can you provide it? If you don't have it, if I give you the means and the money, the finances, can you get it for me and drop it off? You know what I'm saying? Things could have been easily communicated instead of going to this point. But that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy Double O Melo. One love and God bless. Peace.